She makes like video content of old games, like
I'm sorry,
Juggernaut.
baby.
If you're gonna have these conversations, can you please let me know?
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
They're being insanely loud.
I am. I'm sorry. I was too loud, guys.
I gotta feel in trouble.
I'm sorry. My wife wants to go to sleep. I'm sorry, guys.
What else do we got? Willow is here tonight. What's up, Willow? Daz Auto Chick, good evening, good evening. All right, so this is the final stream if you are a Kick watcher and supporter to support and have it count for this week. What I mean by that is after tonight, it cuts off, and actually I get paid for everything in the last week, like in 2 days. It would be great to get some support tonight from Kick. It has been a slow week on Kick. It's bizarre. Here's why it's bizarre. Views have been up. Engagement has been up. Support overall has been up, just not on Kick. We've had a big increase in support on YouTube and via tips. Kick has been lower than usual this week. So if you're a supporter on Kick, please support the stream tonight. I would love to have a strong final stream that counts for this week, but I can't make you support. I don't know what gives that Kick support has been so low this week. We've had several streams where it would be like 1 sub and 100 kicks. That's it. So, Ralph, thanks for another $2. I appreciate that so much, Ralph. Thank you, thank you. That is not correct. I have not said it's been a slow week on Kick every week since the start of 2026. I've never said that. Okay. No, I never said that. I've never said it every week. I would say, because now we're about 8 weeks in to the month, roughly 9 weeks into the month. I would probably say maybe 2 weeks, maybe 3 I said that. Okay? Because it's been up and down. There's actually been some really good weeks for support on Kick. I don't know what happened that sometimes it's so great and sometimes it's just like terrible. Again, it's bizarre because Resident Evil has brought way more views, engagement, and support to the channel than I've had in a while for a game playthrough. And now all of a sudden, Kick's like, oh, well, forget it. Big hop game. Yeah, fuck that. Like, huh? That's like the opposite attitude of what you would expect. So I just don't get that. Here we go. All the people who obsess over what colognes I wear. So I'll tell you a story. I'll tell you a story about this cologne. So this was many years ago, okay? My wife wasn't even my wife yet, okay? And I remember one day we went to the mall, and we were going through the Macy's, perfume, cologne section. So this is probably like 2019 or something like that, right? So keep in mind, at this point in my life, sadly, things weren't going well financially. 2019, I mean, this was 7 years ago. Things were awful, all right? I was up to my eyeballs in debt. I was barely making ends meet with the income that I was making stream to stream. It was a nightmare, basically. And we're just walking through here, just on a day off. We know that we can't really buy anything, right? Like, we don't have any money, but we just like going around and seeing what's out there. And so, my wife was like smelling perfumes and stuff like that, and I decided to smell some colognes. And there was this one particular cologne. I smelled it. I was like, whoa, it smells really good. It's got like hints of a very freshness, a citrus or a lemon, but something else too, like an essence of something else. I was like, this is like really good. I really, really like this cologne. Okay. And then I looked at the price of the bottle and I was like, it just sucks. Like with the situation that we're in, this is something that I would never afford. That every dollar that I make at that point was like, it goes directly to a bill trying to pay. Back then I was backed up on bills, not even paying all my bills. Okay. So it was a completely different life situation and financial situation that I'm in now. And I was just like sad. I was like, maybe one day I could get this as like someone could buy me as a present or something. But even then, like, for example, I wouldn't ask my wife for that for Christmas because it's expensive. It's expensive ass cologne. It's like, I wouldn't ask her to spend that much money on it. It's not something we need. It's more that we would spend money on the essentials, right? So that was 7 years ago. And then about a year ago, things are going great for me now, right? Let's be honest. Things are going great. Streams, support, everything amazing. Complete polar opposite situation. best I've been ever. Like, to be honest, like right now, I'm doing the best I've ever done in my life. Even when I was a big YouTuber, I wasn't doing as well as I'm doing right now. Okay. So I did got some colognes for myself. I said, you know what? I can afford to do this now. This is something that I want to do. It's something that I wanted from years and years ago. And, I went ahead and bought the one that I knew that I wanted from years ago. The thing is, I didn't buy it in person. I bought it online because it was a little bit cheaper to get it online. And I bought it wondering, gee, I wonder if it's real. Oh, it's real. It's strong and it smells great. It's absolutely great. Okay? So, no, not Creed. This is not, I would never spend that much. I know because people are saying, oh, the Creed cologne is like $400 a bottle. I would never spend that much on cologne. That's insane. But this is like, you know, we're talking any designer cologne. The 3-ounce bottle, like 3.4 ounce, dude, that's going to run you like $100 at least, right? The bottle, the decent sized bottle that lasts is going to run you a lot of money. And so there was no way I could afford it back then, but now I could. So, are you ready? So the one I'm wearing tonight, I love the scent of this one. This is actually one of my personal favorite cologne scents of all the ones that I've ever tried or owned. Okay. You ready? Too bad, I'm not telling you. Mozzie, thank you for a $2 super chat. He says, so he's trying to bait the other way. I'm not playing this game. Thanks for $2, Mozzie. I appreciate it. Okay. Merch Father, that's not how it works. He says, would you rather more engagement or views or more contributions? That's not how it works. It's everything in tandem. You want to have a decent amount of viewership on every piece of content you put out. You want to have engagement with said content, not just raw views. And of course, you want to have the support that's going to allow you to continue to make said content. You want all three across the board. Sometimes you can get away with 2, all right? But you need to try to aim for all 3. That's the perfect combination for success. How could it have 2,000 diamonds on it? That doesn't sound right. Anyway, yeah, I mean, something like that is just, that's an affluence item. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's to prove that you have a ton of money to just blow. No one, I guarantee you there's not a single person on earth that would be like, that cologne's worth the price, right? Instead, it's something you show off. Look what I have. Just like you show off the fancy car. Who cares? It's just a fucking car. Anyone can get a car. Oh, but mine's, you know, $500,000 to get. So it's an affluence thing. It has nothing to do with the car. No one cares about that, but you're just showing off, right? Exactly. That's what it is. Much like when I get a $50 contribution and someone opens the briefcase of affluence, it's the same thing. Just showing off, very gaudy, showing that bling. Didn't I have a Beamer? I did not. I leased 2 Beamers. The first one I chose. The second one I did not. The second one I was actually roped into to avoid an insane cancellation fee on the first one. But I leased them only. I had no intention of buying. What happens when I get $100? There's a special animation that's just for Resident Evil Requiem. And luckily, we did get to see it earlier this week because I doubt we're seeing it again. Once I finish Resident Evil Requiem, I'm going to change the animations around to now be more representative of like St. Patrick's Day in springtime. So we probably have through this week, and then maybe by next week, I'm going to change the animations out. What's up, John? Good. How you doing tonight? Do the game journalist memes help my channel? No, none of the memes help my channel because they're all negative and toxic shit. They're not even true. Like the meme apparently last night was when I died in the elevator. And the meme is streamer dies repeatedly over and over to the mutated girl in the elevator. I died once. I died literally once, and I complained about the game mechanic because the game makes you kind of look up at the monster when you're supposed to just go straight. But you don't know that until you die once and you figure out, oh, I'm supposed to go straight. Now, if you didn't look up because you're not observant, then you just go straight and you survive. It was one death. But the idiots are saying he died over and over and he couldn't get past the part. I got past it on the second try. The meme's not even true. But that's what they do. They lie and they make up bullshit. And that's the memes. So how could that possibly help me when the meme is actually a fallacy? You know, this is stupid shit. No, that's it. What they use against me is always a lie or a gross exaggeration. Nothing that they say is truthful anymore, which is why it actually doesn't affect me. If it was true, then people would actually start to dislike me, and my viewers would start to taper off and wouldn't come back and support and engage and have a good time. They'd be like, oh, fuck this guy, right? But what they say is bullshit, so it doesn't matter. So what I mean, like, my true viewers are here to see what actually happened. And a few of them were critical and were like, you should have seen the prompt or whatever. I'm like, well, I disagree. When you have a danger that's lurking right in front of your face, I heard it too. That's the thing. I was wearing headphones so I could hear, oh, there's something above me. So immediately I look up, there's the enemy. I'll just keep shooting it in the face. Oh, instant death. Oh, what you were supposed to do was ignore the enemy that's trying to kill you and look straight, and then there would have been a prompt to escape. I think that's silly, and I think that it was annoying that I had to replay like 10 minutes of gameplay to do the scenario again. That's my right to criticize it. You can disagree, and that's fine too, okay? But personally, I think they could have done that sequence better. Is that horrible that I said that and I raged a little bit? Of course not. Also, keep in mind, it was 88 degrees in this room. So for me to have to replay 10 minutes of gameplay in 88 degrees, I was also frustrated. You know, I just wanted to get to new stuff. So that's what it was. That was the situation. I don't know how on earth that becomes the meme. That Phil's terrible at games because he died 10 times to this. I died once. Just like anyone. I died once, and then I learned, and then I progressed. So the meme isn't even true. Nick Smith, thanks for $2. Well, ladies and gentlemen, check this out. I just received, you ready for this? A $77 tip. There's no message attached to it. So if you're the person who just sent me $77, obviously, thank you very much. But I didn't get any message on there. So I don't know your name, and I can't shout it out, nor can I really do much on the leaderboard besides say anonymous. I appreciate it, though. I mean, that is amazing. Thank you so much for a very generous contribution up front here tonight. $77 is amazing, and it now means we get to see the briefcase of affluence here on tonight's stream. Thank you so very, 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 very much for $77. Wow. Wow, jumping right up to $112 to support this early is great. Thank you so much. So for the record, because maybe this was someone who's maybe it's the first time contributor and they didn't know. If you want to get a name shouted out, if you want to get a message out there, please attach all of that information onto your tip message. Just say, hey, my name is so-and-so, and I just wanted to say blah, blah, blah. That's how I see it. If you don't do that, I don't get to see any of that, all right? But if you just meant it to be anonymous, thank you. That's amazing. Thank you, thank you. Cool.